Welcome to Nordic Market News, Thursday, October 13th. This program is brought to you by news agency Direkt in Stockholm, Sweden, on behalf of Infront. We will focus on the major financial news affecting the Nordic countries of Finland, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. We start off with the stock market index of all countries. The indications pointed towards positive opening trade overall in Europe, but all Nordic markets has dropped initially. Helsinki 25 minus 0.8%, OMXS 30 in Stockholm minus 0.6%, OSEBX in Norway minus 0.8%, and Copenhagen 20 drops about 1%. In Finland, following the stock exchange closing yesterday, industrial group Wärtsilä announced a result warning for both turnover and profit for 2016. The group's power plant has not been as effective as expected, and Wärtsilä announced a turnover reduction of 5%, while profit will stay at 12% instead of expected 13%. Wärtsilä's third quarter is to be presented October 25th. Also, on the slightly negative side, the country's Center for Information and Communication Technique, Valtori, could let go of 90 workers in their total strength of 1,100 personnel. This is due to a necessary reorganization to guarantee continued operations. In Sweden, both Sweden and Norway have reduced their ownership in Scandinavian airline company SAS. Sweden sold shares equivalent to 213 million kroner, a share price of 15.5 Swedish kroner, reducing the country's ownership to 17% from previous 23%. According to Swedish Minister for Enterprise and Energy, Mikael Damberg, this is the first step of a long-term reduction in ownership for Sweden in SAS. Depending on the market situation and company standings, Swedish state will continue to sell off shares. For now, however, the state will remain the main owner of SAS, according to Damberg, and the market reaction resulted in an initial drop on today's trade for SAS of about 5%. Media and broadcasting group MTG becomes one of the largest shareholders in online gaming company InnoGames. MTG has bought 35% of InnoGames' total amount of shares and an option right of another 16%. This action follows MTG's digital strategy, where the group wants to find further online gaming companies with beneficial positions. InnoGames is expected to have a positive effect on MTG's profitability within the following 12 months. MTG is up 1.5% on the first hour of trade. Over to Norway, the real estate company Norwegian Property, so result pre-tax at 260.7 million Norwegian kroner for the third quarter of this year. It's an improvement of nearly 200 million Norwegian kroner compared to third quarter of last year, which resulted in 76.5 million pre-tax. And also, the Swedish trade organization Aktiespararen, or TradeSaver, recommends to hold niche bank Nordax, which received a buy recommendation previous week. That resulted in an upswing for the stock, but today Nordax has dropped 2% initially on trade. Finally, in Denmark, Swedish and Danish major banks Nordea and Danske Bank has joined together to collaborate with mobile pay. Mobile pay was established as an alternative payment method in 2013 in Denmark and was launched 2015 in Norway. Both Nordea and Danske Bank invite Danish, Finnish, and Norwegian banks to join in on the collaboration. That was the headlines for today. We will be back again tomorrow for more Nordic news. Thank you for watching.